What's up, dog?
What's up?
Good
How's it going?
Good to have you finally on.
Yeah.
Yup. This is Cameron Bradford. He's a comedian as well as my roommate. And now is the first time, besides a secret Patreon episode, where Cameron is the guest.
I'm solely holding court.
Yep. Oh, wait, let me get that close. Let me get that shit.
Yeah.
Speak right into that little.
Is that
guy
better?
there. That's great,
There
man.
we go.
Yep. You're solely holding court. Is that right?
Well, I guess with you,
That's right.
we're king and queen holding court.
Yup.
No other jester involved.
If you were a king, like, would you want to be the jester? Would you hire a jester?
Would I want to be the jester?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I would be the king and the jester?
I don't know. Like, do you think how comedians always want to be musicians, and musicians they say want to be comedians?
Oh, so you think like kings want to be jesters?
Yeah, and jesters want to be kings.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I mean, doesn't everyone want to be the king though?
True. Maybe not the king. You might want to
maybe
be the
the
jester.
king.
He's the one who knows how bad it is.
That's true. But
Though doesn't everybody want to be a comedian?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, well, everyone thinks they're a comedian.
True.
Everyone already. I feel like if you asked anyone, they if they could be a comedian, they would say yes.
That's true. Do you feel like a lot of people go like, oh, I could have, I have like when I talk to people, they're like, oh, I could have done comedy, or they have like a page worth of notes.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I think. Wait, when people say they could have done comedy,
or like,
well, I think
maybe,
there's a lot
like
of people our age
to.
who just they're just think, yeah, I'll do comedy sometime, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's just think about it as whatever.
I
Which
always,
is fair.
I always want them to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't know.
sometimes they're right. Sometimes people are really
it's
funny.
like maybe you are.
Yeah. There's peasants who are like, God, I could have been a jester.
It is nice to think though that there's people out there who are who could reasonably do comedy, but they're not. They're just we don't need more comedians.
Yeah.
It's nice to just have some normal people who are all just happen to be funny. You know.
Sometimes
I wish I was that way. I wish I didn't have. I wish my mind wasn't poisoned with self-delusion, and I could just have a normal life and just be the funny guy in my, I don't know, wherever I worked or something.
Oh, that's what they say. All comedians wish they were not at all.
Yeah,
not
all comedians just wish
were.
they had a normal life and were just the funniest guy in their friend group or whatever.
Who's the funniest person that you know that isn't a comedian?
Oh, I don't know. I remember
Friends from college, maybe.
Oh yeah. Well, no, yeah. I guess all my friends from college were in the improv group, but most of them don't do comedy anymore. I think, but a lot of them were really funny.
Who were you gonna say before though?
Oh, I don't know. There's this friend of my sister's who's really funny. His name's Gary, but I just remember I don't know. I just every time I'm around him, he's just so funny.
That's what's up. In what kind of capacity?
I don't know. He's just quick and charm. I don't know. He's just real. He's usually I don't know. Is way funnier than me in most contexts.
Oh, that's cool.
Where I see him. I don't know.
Do you know when people talk about they're like, oh, Chris Farley was the funniest guy I've ever met. It's I feel like when people meet me, they're not thinking that. Because I feel like Chris Farley was always in big physical bits or being funny constantly. Whereas when people meet me, I'm like, who wants to play Halo? You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Are you always quote unquote on in a similar way? I mean, we live
maybe.
together. So
Yeah.
I
don't know.
but we're always riffing to some degree.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I'm always trying to think of jokes, I guess. Well,
Also,
not always.
By
but
the way, you saying that guy is funnier than you, very high bar. This guy is incredibly funny.
Well,
One of the funniest
I
I've
was
ever
being maybe not total in totality, but
oh, sure.
he just has a certain swag and charm that I just can't, I don't know, would never be able to replicate.
Oh, sure. That you look at with a sort of bitter envy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I have a bunch of friends who I consider extremely funny who would never even consider doing comedy.
Right.
But yeah, fucking. I like I keep thinking about the jester. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that a appointed position, or do you
Being a
like
jester?
audition?
Yeah, I don't know how you get into that.
Jester auditions.
Maybe I bet there's like I bet it's like a guild type thing. You would like
oh, dude.
There would be like sort of like a traveling group of vagabonds. Like they're circus vagabonds.
I had sorry, what?
Oh yeah, and then they just like somehow maybe the king one of the king's men sees them and he's like, that's a good jester. He belongs on the court. And then that's basically like getting on SNL.
The talent scout.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like before roast battles, the people would give each other information about them. It's like whenever the jester troupe comes to like a new fiefdom or whatever, the local baron has to like give them the rundown of all the king's like follies.
Yeah. That's funny. He's like,
Yeah.
This is the king. He's quite the lascivious. He's also he eats all the rich foods, and he made a critical mistake on the battlefield a couple fortnights ago. maybe give him the screws on that.
Jess is like, this is my impersonation of somebody who knows what they're doing on the battlefield. Yeah, knock your arrows at 6:00.
Yeah, I'd love to see what this mistake actually was.
Yeah.
He loosed the arrows too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before the enemy was in range, so they wasted a bunch of arrows.
Fuck. That's good trees.
Good trees.
Arrows are made out of wood.
Oh yeah.
But you know how these days we care about paper being made out of wood. Back then it was other items.
Yeah.
Do you know that IKEA is 20% of the world's wood consumption?
It's 20. I heard it was like 1%.
Fuck. Damn, we both have
we
both have a solid percentage statistic, and neither of them could be
which
true.
Is still a lot.
There's no way to know.
I think 1% is still a lot.
It's true.
When you're talking about like the global like
it's true.
Wood product or whatever.
You know, plant a tree in Israel.
What's plant a tree in Israel?
Oh, it was like a whole thing back in the day to plant, let's plant a tree in Israel. Anyway, more like plant a tree in Sweden.
Yeah,
we gotta get those going.
That's funny it would be funny if like IKEA was only allowed to like forest in Sweden. All of their stuff had to be made in Sweden.
I'm moving this around because I hear it keep bumping. That would be funny. It's like all pine wood or whatever. Mm-hmm. I just assume Sweden's only cold trees.
I bet there's some deciduous trees up there.
I bet you, yeah, probably.
There's probably a few.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I'm gonna Google autumn in Sweden.
I bet it's beautiful. I'd love to go to Sweden. I'd love to go to the Nordic countries.
Yeah, I'll check and see whether it's beautiful or not, and then before I decide.
Yeah.
I would love to go to the Nordic countries.
I mean, did you see what's that movie, Midsummer?
No.
Yeah, you should check it out.
I haven't seen most movies. This is a constant thing that happens. Is Cameron's a big movie buff. Behind the scenes, I know movie buff is sort of a film bro aesthetic vibe to have, but Cameron truly just loves movies. And yeah, and I've seen he'll walk in the room and he'll be watching like something from like the 1940s. Literally, like I don't know, 30 minutes ago you were watching some movie that's like black and white.
The Apartment.
Yeah, what's that one?
That's good. You should check it. Yeah, I think you would like it. I should have asked you to watch it with me. It's like it's about this guy. It's about this like. Guy who he's like this office drone at this big insurance company, and he has this little thing where he like a bunch of the executives use his apartment to like hook up with their mistresses.
Oh, cool.
And so he's always getting like put out because like his like these guys are just up in his apartment with like their mistresses.
That's hilarious.
And because they all live in like White Plains or like some town upstate or something. And like yeah, it's good. I don't know. honestly a really good movie.
That's what's up. I mean, I trust your recommendations, like quite a lot. Anytime you've recommended a movie, I've enjoyed it. But I haven't seen most movies. My mother didn't like movies growing up, and so it's sort of a lot of the movies I watched growing up were like Disney stuff, like the sort of stuff that would have been my age relevant. But yeah, so like a classic movie that everybody's seen, like The Shining, will come up, and it's like I haven't seen The Shining. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta watch. I don't know. Gotta watch more movies.
Hey, I'm trying, man.
I mean, I'm not even. I don't know. I feel. I don't know. I'm a little hesitant to even call myself a film buff because I feel like there's. I don't know. People are way more. I don't know. I'm still just like I still feel like I don't know. Like I'm not.
Sure.
I don't know.
Do you think there's also? I mean, not just the Film Bro association of it, but there's also maybe the association of people who are really like they Google like the director's life story.
that's I feel like that's where I'm always like short chain. Like I feel like there's just like a lot of stuff I just like don't. I don't know. Like when I watch a movie, I like try to like after I'm done with it, I'll like look at some of the information about like I don't know. But I'm just like I never like remember that much stuff. And like some people are just like a dictionary. Like they just like or like an encyclopedia or whatever. They just like know all these like names and stuff and like associations.
Yeah, but I mean you don't have to know
which always
the
impresses
actors.
me.
Yeah.
I mean, no, of course you don't have to, but it's just like I'm just like always impressed when like people have like so much specific knowledge of it because I just like I don't know. I guess my memory is not as good.
Well, do you feel like you remember the movies themselves though? Just not the.
Yeah. Well, I don't know for a while.
Sure.
But honestly, like while I was watching this movie, you recognized, what's his name, Jack Lemmon from like The Odd Couple, and I knew he was in The Odd Couple, but I was like, oh yeah, that is the same guy. Like I was just like I was impressed. I guess I'm also bad with faces. That's why I'm like I don't know. That actually kind of impressed me that you just like picked that out.
I guess maybe it's easier for me because I've seen two old movies. I've seen the other one you showed me, Odd Couple, which is good by the way. And then seeing this movie, I'm like, oh, it's an old movie, and that guy looks the same as the one other old movie I've seen.
Yeah, but I don't know with some of the old old actors, I like have a hard time keeping a lot of them straight. I don't know, just because they all kind of like are similar.
I think I mean I'm not a movie buff from knowing any of that sort of stuff, but old like people that were famous previously always fascinated me. Like Frank Sinatra or whoever. Like I'm always like it's just the decades long careers that had a huge impact on the American culture and they were like so relevant. And not that Frank Sinatra's not relevant anymore, but like I mean Dick Van Dyke is like currently trending because he was just on The Masked Singer. And I'm like,
he's still.
I don't fucking know Dick Van Dyke that well.
Oh, Dick Van Dyke's great. He's
sure, but I'm just saying like.
I don't know him that well. I've never watched the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Right.
So like, but I basically only know him because he's just kind of like. Now he's just kind of like one of those like epic old guys.
Exactly.
just like a living legend and like I don't know, but he's like a socialist and stuff. He's like a cool guy.
Okay. But I mean, part of it, he's got a cool ass name. But I guess when people have like 50-year-long careers from like 1930 to 1980, it blows my mind because I'm like, that all happened before I even existed. And it's so cool.
For sure. Yeah, it's cool to think about like the fact that you're like, if everything goes as planned, you're going to be alive for like 50 or 60 more years or something like that.
Yeah. If everything goes as planned,
if you don't die young, yeah. But it's just like crazy to think about all I don't know.
Cameron, I'd like to invite you to roast my diet.
Okay. Where do I start? Sure. So I guess your diet is kind of like, sort of like a child. But like a child who doesn't have very watchful parents. And I don't know, you have very weird, I don't know, you eat let's see.
Just like sugar.
Yeah, you eat a lot of sugary stuff. And then you also turn your nose up at a lot of really good stuff.
Wait, like what?
like you had like you there's like that like you had like you bought like a bottle of truffle oil, which is really I don't know, which is a premium food item.
Yeah.
And you just gave it to me because you said you don't like it.
Oh, well, I will say but
or
true. I was hoping it would be good.
you like same thing. You like had a bag of pine nuts that you gave me because you said you don't like pine nuts.
Yeah.
Also, like kind of a premium food item.
Yeah. I bought them. I mean, those are expensive.
Yeah, they are. It's
yeah.
like that's why I was like, you're giving these to me?
Yeah.
You don't want you don't want this truffle oil or these pine nuts?
Sometimes I like to buy a new food that I've never had to see if I like it. And sometimes it's a slightly like I'll go to the store and I'll get my usual thing of I just bought 4 boxes of Cheerios of different flavors, berry, cinnamon.
That's the thing. I'm like new things are coming to mind every second about things. The Cheerios thing. Every week or so you go to the Cinnabon on Tompkins Avenue to.
I'm on a first name basis with them.
Yeah,
I'm actually not yet.
You make a special trip to the Cinnabon that they built for some reason on Tompkins, like type of food most people only eat at the airport.
I'm not flying enough. I gotta. I'll say.
What?
Well, with the
you also make a lot of meals that are exactly one ingredient.
That's what I was hoping for that one. Also,
yeah, you just like cook up shrimp with nothing else, or
that 2 days ago. I put a bunch of frozen shrimp in the air fryer and just set it to like 15 minutes and just saw what happened. With the truffle oil and pine nuts and like. Usually it's not expensive like those things, but I'll go for a slightly fancier thing, just to like see what tastes good. I always like to get like a random thing to be like, what if this new fruit is like my favorite? So I've tried like a ton of types of fruits. Like I've had like gooseberries.
Yeah, but I guess what gets me is that like you have these like the trappings of fine cuisine at your disposal, and then you'll just like eat one of your like ration bricks or something for dinner. And then
Yup.
It's just I don't know, it baffles me sometimes.
So I've been trying to learn like the fact that I cooked the shrimp is a huge step forward. Like I don't know. I'm like my capability to make food has been like entirely like sandwiches and cereal, like pasta, and like I don't know. Like I watched like what is it? Salt, heat. What is it? Salt, fat, acid, heat. That's the one. And I've just been like that's been like rattling around my brain, and I'm like literally had like a Jiro Dreams of Sushi type dream the other night where I like imagined using slightly less water in dough to make thicker bread. And I was like, whoa. But at the same time, all I know how to make is like the worst bread in the world.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, it's good to experiment with stuff, I guess. Is there
anything you feel free to, if anything else comes to mind, feel free to keep roasting. But I'm curious if there's anything you would like to be roasted about, if I can think of something.
Oh, no, thank you.
Sure.
I don't know.
Listen, I don't have anything like ready to go. I'm not like, please say this so I can give it to you. But
I feel like, I don't know.
The food is a funny one that I know you've mentioned several times. You'd be like, that's all you're having for dinner, and I'll be like eating like just a bag of carrots.
Yeah, you have like
that's such a generous thing. I never eat a bag of carrots. It's usually like
yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to think. It's like a bowl of oatmeal, children's dinosaur oatmeal.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
I like to put the eggs in my mouth and suck on them until they hatch.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I can't think of anything else right now.
Well, how did you learn to cook?
Oh, I've been cooking for since I was like a kid.
Really? Did you teach yourself? Or did your parents teach you?
Kind of. Oh, I don't know. For some reason, when I was a kid, I started making like salmon all the time.
Really? That's cool. Like Like salmon chunks or?
No, just like I'd like get like these frozen salmon fillets and like just like saute them basically.
Nice.
And then I don't know. But I don't know. My thing with cooking is that like I'll learn one thing that I like to make and then just make it all the time. So I don't know. I'm less like I don't know. I don't like explore outside of my comfort zone enough.
Oh,
I
sure.
probably will once I make more money.
Yeah, that's part of it too.
Yeah.
I'm going for like stuff that's like, I don't know, both within budget and I think time is my biggest factor.
Right.
Where it's like I can make cereal in 2 seconds. I can't like pasta. I have to pay attention.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's
No,
an
I
issue.
mean sometimes I'll make a meal and I'll be like doing it for like 30 or 45 minutes.
Right.
It's just like I don't know. It does like I don't know. Once you're done, it's like, well, this is ready now.
Yeah.
And it's like I'll eat it unceremoniously and like
just kind of wolf down a fucking
yeah.
like. I mean, it'll be a delicious meal, but part of it's like sometimes I'll just make like just air fried tilapia. But it's like if I were to also cook like asparagus or something, I'd have to do that.
Right.
I cannot multitask, and 2, I
That's
can't
a
even
big-
pay attention
yeah.
for that. I don't know.
I feel that is a big part of cooking is like I don't know, knowing like the order of operations, I guess, and like I don't know.
Yeah. Order operations is a great way to put it. It's very like
Yeah.
like once the onions are 10 minutes, now you add the whatever, and it's like
yeah.
and it's
Like
hard to weave that together.
Right. Or like a lot of times I'll like make some sort of like stir fry type shit, and then I'll like be like when I'm almost done, I'll be like, fuck, I forgot to boil the rice. So then it's like another like that's like if you have like something to do like boiling rice or pasta or something, you just like should start that right away. Like just start that immediately because it's just like a passive thing kind of.
We should get a better rice cooker because like the thing with rice cookers is like it's even just slightly more passive than the stove because the stove you have to like pay attention to, whereas the rice cooker you like click and then it like finishes for you.
Right.
And like I used to have a rice cooker and it would do that, but then it got like flaky and like
Yeah,
carbon thing. But anyway, we're just talking about like now I'm like we're making plans. But let's see. What unexpected roasts do I have for Cameron? Just kidding.
You can roast me. I don't care.
I know I don't actually have any.
I mean, I can't think of anything I'd want to be roasted about. That's not like that I'm not like deeply insecure about.
I'm not. And by the way, it's not like in the back of my mind where I'm like, I'm not like, oh, I'll be kind and won't give it to him on this subject. It's like, no, you're a great guy. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas you're morally flawed because of the cooking thing.
Oh well, I mean, true, but it's not like.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I can't think of like a specific like thing that you're like that I'm like that baffles me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I feel like all of my flaws wouldn't be fun to joke about.
Yeah.
Whereas yours are like amusing and fun.
I think both. I mean, in terms of the food, something I've said on a date before that is maybe a dumb thing to say is I'm a third grade boy.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of my interests are very like dinosaurs and video games and space and such. You know what I mean? And like I'm very like like archaeology and like that kind of stuff still like gets my. But then at the same time, that's combined with like eating as if my parents are away from the weekend and I only have so much time to eat as much Lucky Charms as I can.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like I don't know. That's like a thing that happens to me when I'm like when I like buy a food. I don't know, when I buy a food item, I feel like it becomes like a weird like finite resource or something. Or I don't know what I was thinking. But I remember when I was a kid, like my parents usually didn't let us have like sweet cereals, so whenever I had like access to them, I'd like savor it so much.
Yeah, honestly, same. We were only allowed to have them on weekends. Mm-hmm. Did you have any strict rules about like video game stuff or anything?
Kind of. Well, I didn't really have any sort of video games until like maybe I was I don't know, probably like 11 or 12.
Mm.
But then after that, I guess they didn't really have any like super strict rules.
I had a lot of strict rules.
Yeah.
I was not allowed to play on weekdays because
it never became like a huge thing for me. Like even like when the first year I had my Xbox, I was like too cheap to buy any of like the good games for it, so I just had these like really shitty like bargain bin games, like this like arcade game and like I don't know. I just like did like I guess I was like so new to gaming and I didn't realize that like video games cost like $60.
Yeah.
So all the games I had were just like, you know, just like clear like, you know, stuff that was like under $10 or whatever. And there's just like, and then I sort of just like played them for a bit and then lost interest, and then I don't know, I guess like maybe a year or two passed, and then I like really got into like playing like Halo and stuff and like those types of games.
Yeah, I mean, video games, like, to get a new game is a big deal.
Yeah.
I think a lot, like, because they cost so much, doing the thing of like, I didn't buy Dark Souls, for example, until like maybe like 2015, 2016. And I was able to get it for like only $10 out of like a bargain bin because it was like old, you know,
right?
At that point. Same thing with like Red Dead or whatever. Like,
yeah,
if you get them a few years past, then you get a, you know. But then when I got a job as an adult, I was able to be like, ooh, let me get Last of Us 2 the moment it comes out.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's fun to do that. It's fun to like get it like when it's new.
Yeah.
Because it's like
a social experience too.
What?
Social experience as well.
Yeah, it's a social experience, and it's like, I don't know, once a game's been out for a while, or just like once anything's been out for a while, you just like see it, you just like know about it, I guess, and it just becomes like sort of like, you just like through osmosis, you just like know about it already, you know.
It's like certain movies get spoiled in that same capacity.
Right.
I don't know.
Or just
Shit,
like
fuck.
or just like the graphics lose their luster, you know, or like, you know, when it comes out, it's like at the top of the line graphics or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah. I mean, graphics don't matter to me too much as certain gameplay things, but at the same time, gameplay things also age out, where it's like a lot of Assassin's Creed stuff has become hated. And like,
yeah,
you go back
it's too repetitive, I guess.
Yeah.
They've just like been, I don't know. I mean, I was really into the Assassin's Creed games for a while.
Yeah, same.
And I don't know. I haven't really had any desire to play many of the new ones.
I tried to play one of the new ones, and it was just weird and janky and bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your favorite video game? Halo?
Yeah, maybe I really like the BioShock games.
Oh yeah,
those are really good. But I don't know.
I haven't played I have Infinite. I got it from like a bargain. I haven't played it yet. Do you like that one?
Yeah, it's great.
Damn, I should play it.
I don't know.
I love the first one.
Oh yeah, first one's great. I guess the second one, the second one's still really. I like the mechanics in the second one are more like developed and stuff. But maybe the story's not as good. I don't know. But
yeah, first one's story's great.
Yeah. No, they're cool. And like, I don't know, the way, yeah, it's like really holds up. Like even today, like the graphics are really good. They're just like done in a way where it's just like, it just looks like classically good, I guess.
Yeah, and I like the aesthetics and the concept and everything, like the big drill guy and the underwater.
Right,
like,
it's just like such a
1920s,
cool. Yeah, it's just such a cool like world.
Yeah, yeah. I was just thinking. I was just thinking to myself earlier, like about how like some people in this world don't know what gravity hammers are, and that sucks so much for them.
Yeah, sure.
The gravity hammers are so cool.
Yeah, one of my favorite BioShock weapons for sure.
No. Okay, for people that don't know, if you watch this podcast, you almost certainly know, but gravity hammers are a big hammer in Halo that makes a big gravity pulse when you swing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really satisfying. It's like,
I don't really like gravity hammers.
What?
I don't know. More prefer the sword.
Oh sure.
Sword.
Well, okay.
I don't know. I just have like such bad luck. Anytime I'm using a gravity hammer, I always have such bad luck with it. It seems like, I don't know. it seems like whenever I'm trying to kill someone with a gravity hammer, it just like doesn't work. And then like whenever someone has a gravity hammer who's like attacking me, it's just like always they always get me, even if they're like far away.
But
maybe
true.
I'm just bad.
How much do you feel like you associate the dislike of something with your personal experience with it? Because I feel I'm not
entirely.
Oh, sure. No, that makes sense. I mean, like, I'm not, I'll die with the gravity hammer. I'm not great with it, but I think I love it conceptually.
Yeah, no, it's
like
cool. It is a cool conceptual weapon.
Yeah.
It's like very, it's very fitting for the brutes and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like they're cool. It's like it's a very good like counterpart to the energy sword as like sort of like a ritualistic like honorary weapon that like the high ranking members of the
Covenant.
the brutes.
What are the brutes not Covenant?
No, they're Covenant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I've
the
played
elite,
it before in the third game.
the elites are generally the highest ranking Covenant members, but then there's like sort of a civil war in the Covenant, and like the elites sort of like factionalize, and then the brutes like sort of take over as like the sort of the high ranking Covenant members.
Yes. Yeah.
Under like serving the prophets.
I remember in the third game, some of that's implied to have happened. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess that's more. That happens more in the second game. That's like when like the arbiter like splits off and like.
We don't have to get into the weeds with Halo details, but
we should play the Halo campaigns.
Absolutely.
That'd be great.
It's fun to do. I like playing video games with you, or making you play a game that.
Yeah.
Do you like being forced to play the game?
No, yeah, I like playing games.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
we did Last of Us.
I mean, yeah,
and now
you've
the TV
introduced
show's
me
out.
to a lot of good games. I like never would have played Last of Us, were it not for your insistence.
Yeah. I need a win after getting horribly dragged for my diet. I asked for it. I'm making Cameron play Dark Souls right now. That one's a big ask. That one's a tricky ask just because that one is so hard, and you really have part of it's like if I wasn't kind of backseat driving a little bit with that one, it's like impossible to know that there's certain hidden paths. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I'm like attack that wall.
Yeah, I would like. I feel like the only way I could have gotten into Dark Souls with that like on my own is if I was like playing it as like I don't know, a peevish like kid or something.
Oh yeah.
Like if I like got into it as young, I don't know, because now I don't know. Now there's just like so many distractions, and it's just like hard to care about like getting really into a video game.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just like,
I used to play Pokemon when I was like a kid. Like when I was like 8 years old, I had Pokemon Silver, and I just remember like getting like just hours on end trying to figure out what to do next.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I remember like when I like playing like the Halo games as a kid, I would look up like all the Easter eggs and stuff to like look for, and just like do all this like stuff where you just like very thoroughly explore everything. Yeah. Or just like I don't know. And I can't imagine doing that now, like taking the time to like I don't know, look for everything like that. Or
like if you were a kid and you played Dark Souls, you can imagine like hitting a bunch of random walls, just sort of checking.
Yeah, like for sure. Or I'd probably look up a lot of the stuff, but I'd like at least like now I don't even look up stuff like that. Like I'm just like I'm not gonna like have homework for my video unless it's like I don't know, unless it's something like I just don't get. I don't know. I've just like I haven't really done that in a long time. Like looked something up.
Been on like a wiki for
yeah. I guess for a sec, like when I was like playing Halo Infinite, I was like trying to collect the skulls. because that is like an actual, I don't know. And I got a few of them, but then like, I don't know. I just like kind of gave up.
I'm still on wikis sometimes, but I have a rule with myself where if I play a game, I can't do the wiki until I've beaten it already.
Right.
And then I like to look up stuff that I might have missed. That's like not necessarily Easter eggs as much as like, especially if I play like Elden Ring, there would be big entire areas, and I'm like, oh, I didn't go there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or like Animal Crossing, I googled what's the best number of bells to bury in the bell hole to get the most tree money.
Yeah.
Yep. I like, but the thing I like a lot of different games. I feel like you like maybe a more narrow range of games. You know what I mean? You don't like children's games as much as I do.
Oh sure.
You don't like games for small little babies like I do.
don't know. I liked Stardew Valley. I feel like that's kind of a kiddie game.
Oh, true. I can see that.
I was like into that for a while.
Who'd you marry?
Oh, I don't know if I ever married anyone. I guess I was on track to marry Maru.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but I haven't picked up that game in a while.
I think I married blue hair girl. I think her name's Emily. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of regret it. I think I should have married somebody different. I'm not like an astrology or crystals person, but I just liked her vibe.
Yeah, I mean, some of those astrology girls, despite their flaws, they have great vibes.
Yeah, she really knows how to decorate a room.
Right. Yeah.
She like her parrot and all the space is cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
I mean, I think a lot of the astrology aesthetics are pretty cool. It's just like ancient. It's just like
stars.
You're like tapped into some sort of ancient wisdom.
That's right.
Yeah.
What do an astrology priest look like? You know how they have the robe.
Yeah, they're wearing yoga pants. They have I don't know what else. They have like a crop top type thing.
Let's get in the time for part 2, riffs.
Yep.
We're back to the riffs.
Back to the riffs. Out of the video game
out of the
into the riff
out of the video game section where we lost everybody who doesn't know what the skulls are in Halo. They're like, I don't have the context for that.
I feel like most people probably know that. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe not.
I think maybe most people that listen to this do, but most people, I would say certainly.
Oh yeah,
not.
Most people in the world.
Yeah.
Just random people in developing country. I don't know. They probably don't know.
Well, my parents don't know what that is. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Not that they listen, but
Sure.
Yeah. It's always interesting who knows what.
Yeah, I guess it is. That would be cool if you could just that'd be cool if when you could just instantly know someone's range of knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah. They wear it like a marker.
Yeah.
A series of markers on the head.
Yeah. Or you just maybe you just you can do the avatar thing with people.
Oh, connect your
braids.
Yeah.
Do Swahili, and then
do Swahili.
Instantly know what your commonalities are.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. And what if you do Swahili with someone and you find out that they're your mortal enemy?
Whoa.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
That'd be crazy. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's why when you soul bond with someone, it's such a big deal, because it's it's you kind of already have to be on the same page about a lot of stuff, because that would be crazy though if you just spirit bonded with someone who is just
a bad person.
Yeah, a bad person, and just your exact opposite in every way.
Can you explain what happens with the Swahili? Because I'm not 100% up to speed.
Well, have you seen the first Avatar movie?
Yeah, but I don't remember.
I mean, I don't really know what happened. I don't know. It's it's a fictional conceit, but
oh, never mind then.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that, okay, you connect braids, and is there information
and
transferred, or is it a vibe, or what's that?
I don't know. I think it's
do you learn about the person, or what's going on? What do they say?
You learn maybe you learn about the contents of their soul.
Oh, okay.
And maybe maybe it's more of a feeling where you feel their soul, maybe.
And you can tell if they're good or
Yeah, or I don't
if,
know.
if
You could probably like
shape of their ideas.
you can probably like feel the broad strokes of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm all
I
caught
feel
up
like,
now.
Yeah, I feel like it's it's like kind of like sex, but if like if you could have sex with like
Your mind.
anyone, and it was like thousands of times more intimate and involved.
Would you want to do Swahelu, or would it?
Oh,
be?
of course, I would do Swahelu with anyone who was down. I would just be walking around with my braid, like just like Swahelu,
running up to people from.
yeah.
Shit, fucking soul.
Yeah,
bonding.
just like not unconsensually.
I guess that's I don't mean to make a non-consent joke.
Yeah,
But
that was a little
but
out of bounds.
I guess yeah, true. I meant more from the perspective of
but yeah,
like seeing their soul as opposed
For
to
sure,
any sort of
yeah.
sexual side of that. But
yeah, it would be cool to see their soul. But I guess that's like, I don't know. I wonder if they have like the same like sort of like if they like slut shame people who like do Swahelu too much. You know what I mean,
yeah, you're too
you're too soul bonded with too many different beings.
yeah.
Maybe.
Can they soul bond with animals?
Maybe we'll get into that in the next Avatar.
So I'll help pull back that it's not necessarily sex. Don't they soul bond with beasts?
Yeah. So I think the thing with animals is that so like in the most recent Avatar, this is maybe a little bit of a spoiler, but they like the Avatar Navi or the water Navi,
Are they different than the regular Navi?
yeah, they're a little different.
Okay.
They're like kind of a different race.
A little quirked up.
Yeah, they're like optimized for water and stuff.
Sure.
But they have this
Different skull shape.
Yeah. They have this tradition where they like soul bond with like these whales who are like hyper intelligent. So like when they do Swahelu with the whales, that's like soul bonding because the whales are like intelligent. But like when you just like do like when you're just like riding one of those like bird things or something and you like plug in your shit,
It's just a
I think that's like less intimate. That's just like you're like connected. You're like I think there's levels to it.
It's like getting into like a driver's seat of a car.
Right. It's just like starting
it's just
your
like,
car.
You're like
Yeah. It's just like riding your horse. Yeah.
and like how you like pat your horse's face ahead of time.
Right. Yeah. It's like you and your horse like each other, but it's not like you're not like intimately connected like you could be with a whale.
I would love to Swahelu with a dog.
That'd be great.
With my dog or something. See the shape of its soul. What if you did Swahelu with a dog? All right. I feel like the thing is we're able to project onto dogs a lot of just positive interpretation because they can't speak or say anything negative.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just assume that they all have pure souls. But if you were to Swahelu, am I saying it right? Anyway,
Yeah.
if you were to do that with a dog, and what if you were to like, oh no, my dog has a bad soul?
Yeah, that'd be dispiriting to find out.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah. I feel like that would happen if you have like a pit bull, especially. Those things have bad souls.
Oh, for sure. Do you feel like doing stand-up comedy is sort of like doing Swahelu with many people at once?
It kind of is, yeah. Yeah, when being vulnerable in general is just like that's Swahelu.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's like sort of the closest we can come,
Yeah.
At least in like a platonic sense. Like if you're just like you just like announce just be vulnerable with people. That's my lesson for today.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Be vulnerable with your dog.
Yeah.
Be vulnerable with your horse. That's what horse whispers are doing. They're not like saying good horse. They're going out and telling it their secrets.
I mean, you kind of do have to be vulnerable with your dog also. I feel like in your body language, that's like how you get a dog to like you.
By God, you're right.
Yeah, you like can't be an imposing force or whatever.
Yep.
I don't know.
I keep thinking about Zohalu.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think about the Avatar lore all the time.
You like it a lot.
I don't know about. Yeah, I guess so.
It's hard.
A lot seems. I mean, I'm not like one of those like Avatar freaks, but I think it's cool.
Well, you like it more than I do. I would say.
Yeah. Well, I like it. I guess I like it on like a couple different levels. I think it's like conceptually like and like really cool and like executed really well. And then I also just think it's kind of stupid at the same time. And then but I don't know.
I haven't seen the new one, so maybe my opinion would be similar. I guess I can't weigh in as easily. It's been a long time since I've seen the old one.
Yeah.
I don't recall. I remember thinking that it was cheesy, but I also feel like that opinion was given to me. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah, no, for sure. It is like, I don't know. It is like kind of cheesy, but it's like done in like such a like earnest, honest way that it just like seems earned. It's like, yeah, I guess, I don't know, like a lot of the dialogue is just like kind of like whatever. But it's just like, but I don't know, when it comes down to it, it's like, yeah, if like these people existed, that's probably what they would sound like.
Interesting.
I don't know.
That's fascinating.
Or it's just like, I feel like it's just like it's on like a level. It's just like on like a level that's like higher than like having a need for like clever dialogue. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It'd be worse if it was like snappy quips.
Right. Yeah. I think so.
Fascinating. What if a king could do Zohalu with his jester?
Whoa.
That'd be cool.
And then the jester gets like a lot of like secret information,
And
then he adds it to his act.
Can you imagine doing Zohalu with somebody and then they roast you?
Oh man.
They've seen the pure shape of your spirit.
That would be bad.
Before you do a roast battle, you have to soul bond with somebody. I feel bad for my consent joke earlier. I wish I had shaped that correctly.
No.
I was like, oh man, I didn't mean to say it like that.
I would,
do that
yeah.
concept.
I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just
It's
comes
going
up.
Yeah. The concept
I sort of led into it with my my concept of a someone who's promiscuous with Zohalu.
Right. Well, I mean, no, you're taking the blame for the joke for where I took it, but I didn't mean to do it as a. I was.
If there are any Na'vi listening, they're probably pretty offended.
That's true. You're right.
Say.
Yep. Anyway, folks, consent is important, especially with
for sure
being vulnerable.
Yeah, whether it's like
soul bonding.
Yeah, soul bonding or just regular old human sex, you should always get consent.
That's right. I feel like interesting part of human sex that I don't like is the part where sometimes there isn't always a certain vulnerability. We don't have to talk about that. We can go a different way.
What do you mean there isn't always?
I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't. There's a sort of pseudo emotional connection that I'm like, oh, I don't actually feel like a connection with this person.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. If you're having sex with someone who's like, I don't know. I don't know.
We can talk about something else. Speaking about getting vulnerable, what if the king and the jester was the same guy? What if the best jester in the land was the king? We can talk about sex.
Yeah, I don't know. That is sort of what happened in Ukraine.
No, the jester became the king.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, old
wow.
Zelensky. He was sort of the top comedian.
Was he the best comedian, or was he just a comedian?
He was famous.
Oh, sure.
He played the president in a TV show, and then he became the president.
Wow. That'd be like if Ronald Reagan literally played the president in whatever TV show he was in.
Yeah, instead of like, what was his TV? He was like friends with a monkey or something.
I haven't seen it. What if it's good? What if it's like one of the best?
Ronald Reagan's like, pre-presidency career is so I don't know. He just like he got famous for like releasing this like LP that was just like a lecture he was giving about like taxes or something.
Seriously?
I think so. There's
That
something like
sucks.
that. Yeah, it was just like he was just sort of like early like right wing celebrity.
He's like
basically.
if Jordan Peterson became president. Like
Yeah,
like how
kind
he
of.
got famous for like lectures or whatever.
Yeah, or it'd be more like if like Ben Shapiro became. Well, no, not even Ben Shapiro, because Ben Shapiro is not like a movie star.
Oh, true.
I don't know. I guess it would be. I'm sure there's like some probably good comparison, but it's like hard to.
Like Kevin Sorbo guy. I don't know if he's a
Yeah.
yeah.
If he be, or like Kurt Cameron or something like that.
Well, I can't think of anybody who's like a clear like movie star and then lecturer. Similar parallel. I was just thinking of.
I don't know if he was like actually like a big lecturer. I just think he like. I don't know. I think he just like released like some sort of like weird like lecture album where I don't know.
TED Talks really said let's make lectures go viral. They're like that's the way to. Should they listen to that new lecture?
Yeah, let's get all the lecture heads on board.
They're all 18 minutes.
Yeah.
I actually really love some TED Talks. I feel like they used to really curate it a lot like tighter. Like they used to like really give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then there was a certain point there where they was like, yeah, if you pay us money, you can do it. And it
Yeah.
just like was like people being like, diapers are good or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know it's like payola basically.
I think I don't
They
know
just
about
like let anyone do a TED Talk.
you can host your own, like the TEDx stuff. You can just like host a local one,
Oh.
and have it be like quote unquote TED. Like,
Wow.
yeah. I don't know if it's about. I don't know if you
How
pay
to
them.
how
or
to
if it's
dilute your
free.
brand.
Yeah, literally, they diluted it really hard with the TEDx stuff. They like anybody could host one.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's why there's so many stupid ones, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I never
Yeah,
really. Do they still do them?
I believe so. I mean, there's still money in it. There's people still want to do TED Talks.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I matched with this girl on a dating app once, and like one of her pictures was like a TED Talk.
Her giving a TED
Her
Talk
giving a TED Talk, so I like looked it up and
was it dog shit.
yeah, it was. I forget what it was now. I should like. I think she like had like some sort of startup or something. I don't know.
No, that sucks.
Yeah.
See that's the thing is it's like at a certain point it became a sort of I feel like venture capital sort of like changing the world is so important. And actually, what we do here at Theranos is we can get one drop of blood,
Right.
and like that kind of thing. It's like
Yeah,
they've got
it just
the
like
ear-
the TED Talk
mouthpiece.
just becomes like your PR wing for your bullshit startup.
Like literally, yeah.
Yeah.
But like back in the, I mean, when it started, it was like, who's that one guy? Fuck, I really liked his thing a lot. Sir Ken Robinson. He's got like the most popular one of all time about the schools killing creativity and like kids not being
Oh,
great. I love that one.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I should check it out.
Oh, it's a great one. It's like when it was good, dude.
Yeah.
That guy's smart. He got a great book. I think I let Sridhar borrow it. You remember that?
Oh yeah,
He's
when
got it
Sridhar's
still.
here. Okay.
I gotta hit him up. Sridhar, give me my book back.
Yeah. He's like, "Durr, I'm still on page 1." That's my impression of Sridhar.
Creative Schools by Sir Ken Robinson. Fucking.
You mind holding for a second? I'm gonna be right back.
Sure. I'll vamp. We live here. This is Cameron's home. Ba, 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 ba. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just cut this part out. Or I'll keep it in. Maybe I'll say some stuff. I don't know what to ask Cameron about because we live together and we talk all the time. So it feels kind of silly to talk to him on a podcast. It's kind of like, so, what's new in the kitchen? Yup. Let me see. Oh, the reason I'm having him on is 'cause this is the 1 year. I'll talk about that once he comes back. If he comes back. By God. Oh, he's back. Oh, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? No.
I gotta
That's
get-
awesome, man.
For the one year. Oh fuck.
Oh, shit. That's all
Damn.
right. I'll get that.
So.
Whoa. I did not expect this.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to go take a piss or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
That's
just wanted to
You
celebrate
just put
the
that.
1 year of the Penny Feldman podcast.
Thanks, man. Hell yeah. If I'm being honest, when I first saw it, I thought it was for my birthday.
Oh yeah, it's also your your actual birthday soon. So I guess this can count for both. Why not?
Woo! Also, folks, this is the 1 year of the podcast. I'm gonna make a wish. Oh, are they sparkling? Are these sparkling?
I guess so.
They're making little like
Yeah,
sparkles.
if you want to, you can just like let them keep burning.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Ah! Well, I don't want it to like get the wax all over the cake. Shit.
Yeah, you can blow them out.
Blow
There's
them
no.
out. Woo!
Cool. Now I can throw this out. This is a prop cake.
That was cool. I did like that you just like unceremoniously left.
Yeah.
It's like
I was gonna, I don't know. I was gonna leave at some point if you were talking about how it's the 1 year anniversary.
I forgot to do that.
And then I don't know, it never happened, and we were just having this
I don't know if you
terrible conversation about TED Talk. So I just decided to just like, okay, I'm gonna spice it up with the cake I got.
I was briefly like, when you left, I was telling them, I was like, oh, by the way, it's the 1 year anniversary. And then you walked back in, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. I should have sang Happy Birthday.
Fuck.
Let's get that off. Oh yeah.
Shit, fucking. Thanks, man.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for listening to every episode of the podcast so far.
I've been here since day one. I've listened to every episode through like start to end.
You tell me you listened to like a few of them, but not the whole way. Some of them?
Yeah, I've listened to some of them.
Sure. I don't expect you to. I don't expect anybody to. I can't believe people do, to be honest. Thank you so much to anybody who's given a shit at all.
I think I would listen. I don't know. Well, I sort of stopped listening to podcasts in general, just because I just like, I don't know, have gotten a little tired of the art form
Yeah.
at wholesale. But I don't know. I think I would listen to them more if it was like, if I didn't know you and basically everyone you've had on the podcast personally.
I think I'd with this episode has been, I mean, it's been fun, but it's also been definitely weird from the angle of like we talk constantly.
Right.
But I was thinking I was thinking about maybe not ending the podcast, but reformatting it to be like 5 guests at a time.
That'd be cool.
I was thinking about doing that.
Like a round table.
Exactly. Yeah. I was thinking about, I feel like people would tune into that more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or I don't know, if you like.
I also think that'd just be fun. Like, imagine if it was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
5 people.
5. Yeah. Imagine if it was what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Is this a teaser of that idea?
I think I'm definitely going to do it. But the trouble is, it costs money. It costs.
Right, you'd have to like rent a space, wouldn't you?
I could probably do it here if I like specifically was like, if I was rude to you guys about it and let me do, and I was like, can I do that?
Do it in the main area.
Or if we had like an open room for like a minute or something. But like, I don't know, like, which we won't necessarily.
I guess you'd also have to buy more mics.
That's exactly it. I'd have to get more mics, more of these things, more headphones, and more like input jacks to that guy. I think I can split the mic inputs, but I don't know. I'm really excited about that idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe what if you did like what if the concept was like 5 people, but you had like a chosen topic that you were discussing.
Sure, that's a good idea. Yeah, cancel culture or something.
Yeah, or even like it doesn't even have to. It does.
That one's on my mind. Like a funny.
Yeah,
concept.
That would be funny. Like doing a compendium on cancel culture.
I get together like just like 5 white boys. Or something.
Yeah. Or I don't know. You could just like have it talking about like I don't know, a movie or like a game or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Like it could be literally anything.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you know, you just have like a chosen topic guiding the conversation.
Yeah. What you're implying is that I should have had a chosen topic guiding this conversation.
No, I think we've had a lot of good beats.
Hell yeah. Folks, it's all about the beats.
Yeah.
And by the way, now that we're at an hour, Cameron, would you like to plug anything before we go to the second half? Maybe we'll eat some of this cake.
Yeah, I guess I have some shows coming up.
What you got, Cameron? Tell the folks at home.
This
camera. Tell the people what you have going on.
I'm doing the 8 a.m. show.
Oh.
At Caffeine Underground, I think.
Is that this
on
Sunday? That's Sunday, February
Sunday morning.
19th. Yeah? Okay. Cool.
And then also doing Ariel's show.
And check out
TVI.
Oh, and then also Club Video, which is going to be March 4th. Cameron and I are submitting a sketch.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make a sketch.
Yes.
That'll be fun.
Follow Cameron on social media at Feldfrog. at
Wait a second. That's not me.
At Camero_Bradford.
No, that's not. It's just Camero Bradford.
Oh, no underscore?
It's just my name without the N.
Oh, yeah, because somebody else has Cameron Bradford.
Yeah, it's something that's like endlessly frustrating to me. Just this account that's been like absent since like 2009 has my ideal handle.
Damn. Follow at Cameron with an N Bradford. No.
You can follow that guy.
Yeah, follow both of them on Instagram as well. And yeah. Bye. See you in the second half. Do you want to keep going or do you want to we'll take a break, eat some cake?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. See you in a second. Bye.